On this bumpy beer review from Spyglass Brewing Company out of Nashua, New Hampshire, I have NANOTECH, which is a single IPA coming in at 6.6% ABV. That is absolutely sweet ass can art or label. Let's see here. It says a hazy IPA, kettle and dry hopped with Citra and Cryo. So this is simply a Citra hopped beer. Cryo. Only thing I can think of with cryo is deep freezing, like, you know, the cryogenics when you cut somebody's head off to reserve the brain and deep freeze it, whatever. So that's what I think that it is. But don't take my word for it. Research it yourself. I was just going to say just search Google, but who knows if you're actually going to get the real information or some made up BS at this point now. You can't even trust the internet. Where have we gone wrong? Let's go ahead and pour this beer after I look for a canned on date. I don't see one. Oh, I found one. That's going to be a 2. Just want to show that. Okay, it's showing up better. So it looks like 2:26:24 on the camera because what I see, it looked like it said 12/28/2024, which hasn't happened yet. 2:26 or 2:28 would make more sense. To me, it looks like an 8. There we go. Now it looks like an 8. It was looking like a 6. Okay. All right. There we go. It's like one of those things you look through the camera and you can see things that your naked eye can't see. Anyways, fairly fresh. Let's go ahead. It's about 2 to 3 weeks old. All right. With the pour on this one, it's got a very tight knit, white, frothy head. The color of the beer itself is it's an orange. It's hazy. I wouldn't call this one like super murky. It definitely has a deep haze. Not really even milky. It's just very, very hazy. Let's get some aromas from afar. Let me get this can straight too, so you can look at that awesome can art. Boom. NANOTECH. It's that whole like peach and mango, pineapple. It's pretty much it. It's got a nice aroma. Getting in close, I mean, it gets a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more towards an orange. Slight bit of a malt presence kind of showing its head in the aromatics. Let's dive on in here for the first week, so cheers. So it's got a lighter side body to it. Carbonation's moderate. It is only 6.6%. It drinks like that. It doesn't drink like a double. It's kind of got that kind of floaty feel. It suds up on the palate. A little bit of like a wheat oat. Slight breadiness coming from the malt. Flavor notes right up front. There is a citrus hit right there in the forefront. I'd say a little peachy. There's a little bit of a actually the citrus kind of goes dank too, so dank citrusy. That's kind of what leads towards the finish is a little bit of that kind of dank citrus. I'd say there's a little bit of like a papaya type note. It's like a slight creamy papaya, but it leads into that kind of dank citrus note. They kind of blend together following to the finish. Bitterness on this one is mild. I would say it's not very bitter at all, but there is a bitterness. As I'm talking, I'm getting a little bit of like a gummy peach, slight kind of fruity pebble thing happening. It's kind of being brought up as I talk. Overall, on this beer, I mean, definitely didn't wow me, but it's a 6.6% New England IPA. Yes, I think a better mouthfeel, I think, would have been more inviting. I think the flavors are nice. It does kind of change a little bit. Like I said, with talking, with breathing, taking a rest from it. It's got good flavors throughout, though. And I think actually even better flavors as you let it rest kind of on your palate, kind of sneak in there. But yeah, it's a lot of what you would expect out of Citra, and maybe like a bit more. It's definitely not a one-sided beer with only one hop, even though it's a, you know, there's the cryo and Citra, whether it doesn't say it's whole leaf or pellets or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely an enjoyable beer. I think it would have been better, like I said, with a kind of fluffier, creamier mouthfeel. Would have definitely put this one up there, higher on the scale than where I would put it. But I think this one's it's gonna hit kind of that low end, very good range for me. I'd recommend you try it. If it wasn't super expensive, which means Spyglass keeps their prices down pretty well. But I mean, if they did like a 12-pack of this, if they did this as like a 12-pack with 12-ounce cans and they priced it within that $20 range, yeah, then this would be something that I would definitely want to have in my fridge constantly. But other than that, it's there's bigger fish out there for around the same price range that just kind of complete that circle, bump it up. You know, if you're really going to be searching for beers that you're going to want to really drink more of at a certain price range, you wanted to land in that excellent range versus a bottom end very good. But like I said, I mean, it could definitely be a fridge beer if the price is right. So cheers, thank you all for watching.